to settle down. Okay. How did everybody sleep in last night? Good? Yeah? Okay, we have this weird bald patch. I have no idea why in the seats. Do we have others coming in? Okay, yes. Should we start? Okay. Is something wrong? No. Should I just invite them here right now? Start by welcoming people. Yeah. I'll invite them here together. All right. Let's get started for today. Hi, guys. Can I have a louder hello? Okay, not loud enough. Your award ceremony is coming up, and we have an amazing closing remarks as well with somebody very important. But I'll get to that. Before we start off, I want to introduce and invite, first of all, Elena Barales to come over to the stage. She'll be our speaker for now. And then can I also invite Joyce Mendes and Nisreen to hop onto the stage? Can we have a small round of applause, please? Okay, as mentioned, obviously we'll have the award ceremony, and then following that, we'll also have a quick visit to Lingotto Fiat Factory, if I'm correct. Okay, sorry, I'm just giving an update to the audience about the run of show today. And then we'll wrap up, with the rooftop garden and panoramic art walkway itself. Okay, so lots of exciting stuff. So I know you'll all be thinking about your award ceremony, but maybe also think about engaging with us as much as possible before the award ceremony as well, because we have these three amazing speakers, and then they have so much to share with you all, and we have this amazing, engaging discussion as well happening. Okay. Now, I want Pro-Rector Elena to please deliver her remarks.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, welcome. And for many of you, welcome again, because I was here yesterday as well. So yesterday I spoke about the entire building which is hosting this place. Today I will just give a few words on what's planned for the afternoon. So this is why I was talking to you and say, because for the afternoon it's planned a visit to the rooftop, which is not just exactly a rooftop. It's a track for testing cars. So if you go in the building, in the huge building in the side where there is the commercial site, you can see that there is a track, a ramp, which goes up. It's like an helicoidal ramp, and it goes up to the rooftop because the cars were produced in the bottom part of the plant, and then they had this ramp to go up on the top, on the roof, where there was a track to test the cars. And this track has been, I've seen it, a lot of years ago when it was really a track. Now it's been renovated completely, and it's become a rooftop with garden plants and other nice stuff. It's connected to also a museum, a painting museum. And so it's a very interesting example of renovation by means of a green architecture, so-called, by architect Benedetto Camerana. Okay, so I'm trying to, have your interest for, the afternoon. You are interested in the morning, but, you have some good stuff in the afternoon as well. Okay, so yesterday I already said that the Politecnico is very interested in promoting sustainability. And I will just remark that we are preparing young people to manage the problem. So I think this is crucial, very important, and our educational role is fundamental in preparing new people to be able to, for the Politecnico, design in a sustainable way. Any manufacture, architectural, cars, whatever, with, environment in mind when you do the design, so that you prepare and you get a design which is also sustainable and not just performing the right operation. Okay, so thank you for being here, and I will not, waste your time with other useless words. Let's go on with the important stuff.
Thank you so much, Professor Morales. Can we have a bigger? No, I think we also want to take away that, it is important to act and not just keep speaking. So thank you so much for those words. And I think we can hope to reflect on this throughout the sessions. But we have so the next aspect of the session, we're going to be using a Mentimeter to engage with you all. And just as a start, I want you all, is this visible? Now, most of y'all have your phones out anyway. So please do scan this code so that you'll be on it. So this is a session we want you to be on your phones. Are you all able to access it? Okay, sorry. How do I see it on the screen? Can I see this here? That thing here? This one? No, I want that here. How can I see that screen here?
And I don't know if you can, because we had to move over there.
So how do I move that there?
Here.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. No worries. No worries. Okay. Have you all scanned? Anybody have issues scanning? Is that working? Yeah, it's working. All right. Next. Okay. Just a temperature check of how you all feeling. Do you all know Nicolas Cage? Okay. So the same picture will arrive on your phones. Can you all see the picture? Yeah? I want you all to choose how you're feeling today. And I hope nobody's in a cage with bees. Okay, we do have a few mares. Focus. I'm really interested who these people are. Happy, excited, relaxed. Who's the bees? Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So we get a sense of a lot of people on a positive note joining us here, which is absolutely great. So we'll keep that on so that it's a reminder of the mood of the room for a bit. But today's session is going to be about youth engagement. And, most of y'all are like amazing grassroots leaders working on ground, implementing action. And sometimes what happens, what happens internationally could be very alien to you. And it is your work that is happening on ground must reach the international policy level. But then there's always difficulties, gaps, and how you engage. And there's always barriers that come up with it. And most of the time, we always speak about youth empowerment, but the question is how. And most of us are always trying to answer how to best meaningfully youth engage. Because when we speak about youth engagement, there also comes a conversation of youth washing and tokenism. And people have been victims of it. But why do we identify the negatives and focus on them rather than looking towards the positives, right? Youth4Climate is such a great initiative, truly empowering young people and making them leaders in their own right, and not having to look at, eradicating barriers that exist for young people, especially for all the young people that are implementing amazing projects on ground. So our conversation, yes, actions happening. How do we scale it up? How do we build meaningful youth engagement and, overcome barriers that exist? So I'll probably take that for now. But we have two amazing speakers with us, Nisreen and Joyce. And now I want you all, is your mentee on your screens? Yeah? I want you all to share. Most of you all have implemented projects or are going to implement projects. In this process, what has been the biggest barrier that you've faced because you're a young person? Fundraising. Hey, we're here to give you money. Credibility. I'm just gonna go. Any other thoughts? I'd love to hear from the awardees as well. Lack of respect, resistance to mindset change, access, not getting frustrated, inexperienced, perseverance, open-mindedness, trust, gender discrimination. We'll just give it like 10 more seconds. Any more answers? I think we have to go down. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And, it is one thing to acknowledge the barriers we face, but another thing to start off a conversation on how to overcome these barriers. And these two amazing ladies have, in their own way, persevered, built their credibility, and ensured that, there is trust in the work they do. And it would be great to hear from them. But before we go to Nisreen, we also want to listen and build on the conversation we had yesterday about climate peace and security. Okay, so this is also a reflection of whether you all listen to what the speakers had to say. Sorry. What's happening? Okay, what is the one word that comes to your mind? Let this be a reflection of yesterday's session. You think of in the terms of the relationship between climate action and peace building. Education, urgent, stability, challenge, systemic, intersectionality, twins, resilience, youths. Okay. Thank you all for the amazing answers. But just to build on this, so, COP29, we're hoping it to be the COP of peace. And how do we push for more conversations between climate peace and security itself? And Nisreen has been, one of the foremost leading champions for this cause. And I'd like to hand over the mic to her to share more about her hopes and expectations for COP29 and how can more young people engage in this process.
Good morning, everyone. Who are the other three? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, I am one of the people who chose to focus. I'm trying to stay focused because unfortunately, although you don't hear about it in the media, we have a war in Sudan. It's going for more than a year now. And yesterday was one of the worst days because we had another massacre where more than 1,500 people were killed. And a lot of them are my friends and my friends' families. So I spent the whole day checking who died and who didn't. I think although it's a war going in my own country, it's also very relevant because we have 12 million refugees and IDPs now because of this war. And it's actually the biggest humanitarian crisis around the world right now. And in terms of everything that is happening, we also experienced our worst flood in 100 years. So a lot of the refugee camps were flooded with water, unfortunately. Anyway, I don't want to say I'm trying to stay positive because I am positive. I'm saying I'm trying to stay focused. Well, humanity learn from their mistakes, but sometimes the lesson is too heavy and too pricey, really. And this is a discussion we were talking about it yesterday, actually, in the session, which is what is the cost of loss and damage? And sometimes the cost of loss and damage cannot be really compensated by money. Like when we lose lives, when we lose heritage, when we lose culture, when we lose memories, when we lose our mental health, all of these things cannot be compensated by any kind of fund. So even if we created the biggest loss and damage fund ever, we cannot restore life, at least not yet, maybe with the AI. But really, for me, building resilience and being able to adapt to climate change, but also on the other hand, reduce the emissions that we are emitting is really the key. And loss and damage should be only a crisis situation, which is not the normal situation. And if we really moved away from focusing on what should we normally do into jumping into the crisis situation all the time, then we will just create a cycle of crisis because we did not really target the root causes of this crisis, okay? And the group that was with me yesterday remembered when I broke Aurora's hand. I didn't break it really, but I broke her hand and then I gave her €5. I said, go and fix your hand. One, it's definitely more expensive to fix her hand than €5. So definitely whatever loss and damage fund will be able to give, our losses will be bigger, way bigger. And secondly, I didn't have to break her hand in the first place. We don't have to have climate crisis. No, this is not the normal. The normal is we stop the emissions and we help the very vulnerable communities to adapt to climate change. And this is how things should be. And then only if we had a crisis, then we respond to this crisis through loss and damage or whatever mechanism we will have. Yesterday also, I remember I feel very inspired from yesterday's session because it was real discussion with people who are living things on the ground. One person said something about a mountain, and I told him, who said we should decide about mountains? I mean, historically and geologically also, mountains were in Earth before we exist, like humans, right? So who told us that we are responsible to decide what happened to mountains, whether it should be like it is, or we should do mining in it, or we should live in it? The main responsibility of us as human is to coexist with nature as it is, not to only explore the nature and use it as we want, because at the end, we are a very tiny species in this nature comparing to other species that are there. Also, learning how fragile life is. Our individual lives are humans. I mean, what is the size of the bullet, for example? Is this big, right? But it can kill you in minutes. In the same spirit, what is the size of a tree that is living there for like a baobab tree, for example, living there for more than 100 years, standing there, providing for not only humans, but birds, giraffes, elephants, all of the other. So if we talked about productivity and who should stay because productivity is more, then definitely other species and in the nature are more productive than us as humans. So when we talk about climate action, is not only about economy, is not only about development. Yes, economy and development is important, but it's also about, it's not about us as humans only. It's about the whole planet and the whole ecosystem that is resigned within the planet. And this is, for me, this is actual peace building, not only peace building between humans, but also peace building between species and the ability to coexist in this planet together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nisreen. I think we have a theme for this conference, coexistence and cooperation. And that's what we have to take back, because without coexisting or cooperating, we will cease to exist. But we also have one more quick Menti question. And for those who all don't know, I'm not going to assume, but if those who don't know what NDCs are, they're called nationally determined contributions. This is what countries do in terms of their individual commitment to engaging or making commitments on their mitigation and adaptation target at their country level. But this is submitted to an international process. Now, we just want to know if your government engages with you on the preparation of these NDCs. Okay, we have the yes going down. Lots of no's. And I'm not sure. We'll just give this 10 seconds. More. All right. But we also have an NDC expert here on stage. And I'd like to invite Joyce to reflect on her engagement and work on the NDCs. And also we have COP30 happening in the Latin America. So being from the region, Joyce, what are your hopes and how do you think youth must engage in the process?
Ba'eishapa, everybody. I welcome you in the beautiful language of Guarani. I hope you're doing well, that you're excited, that you're reflective. I think that yesterday, a lot of us, we wanted to go out, but it was so much to reflect. So I hope that nowadays, like today, your ideas, perspective, that you can grasp all the conversations we're having here. Yeah, and regarding the question, maybe let's start by the word engage. What do we actually mean engage? Is it just to mention youth? Is it just to, include youth? Is it to involve youth? Or when we mean about engagement, when maybe we talk about meaningful engagement. So regarding NDCs, we actually have 3 indicators when we say that we are really engaging youth meaningfully. So the first one is to mention youth and children as well in the NDCs as a fundamental stakeholder. The second one as well is to include in consultations, but also in implementations. And the third one is as well to consider not just besides mentioning, involving it, but considering youth and children as a fundamental stakeholder in the NDCs. So that's the question. I think we have more, I'm not sure, more no than yes. In several countries, especially kind of Latin American and the Caribbean, we don't have those 3 yes, yes, yes. And the question is how we're going to be changing that. And it's a lot of responsibility because, as you mentioned, we have COP29, a momentum regarding finance. But the next NDCs will be submitted in Belém, in Brazil, in almost a year. In several of our countries, we're not even included or consulted or informed. And the question is how youth can change that. And I think there are amazing cases as well around the world. I mean, even some of the Caribbean islands as well, like they have interesting ways on how youth, they not just sit at the door, they kind of knock on the door, we were not allowed, and then we just jump through the window, because sometimes we have to do like that. Right now in the region, I can tell you some cases, for example, in the case of Paraguay, we had the first official meeting as well with Ministry of Environment and workshop with youth from all around the country. And we are going to be, it's going to be the first generation consulted for the NDCs. But these took kind of years of trust building and talks. And sometimes for us, the way we do activism is a little bit. If we sometimes protest or go outside, it doesn't, kind of for us, is as I say, is different because probably the word activist, I think I'm a climate activist, it scares many. So it's been a lot of negotiation as well with them. But in the case of Brazil, because there is this momentum, what we're doing, obviously this year we have the G20 presidency, next year COP30 presidency, is being a great excuse to say, look, everybody's going to come, to Brazil, and you're not even including us. Can we just do it? But it's been a long negotiation process, even though as well we see Brazil as a champion. And a lot of people have a lot of, as well, kind of illusion and faith on those indices. But we can't forget just to jump right away through COP30 without thinking in the importance of this COP29. Because some conversations that I've been holding, people are like, yeah, maybe, it's not that relevant. It is relevant. Every COP, especially in the way towards NDCs submission, is fundamental. And also, I will say that for us in civil society, is building as well a momentum because we want to have a legacy after a COP. Because sometimes COPs pass through a country and then what, right? We want to have like local policies left. Civil society, we are running against time, resources as well, to especially grassroots movements, to have some, like tangible result in our communities. And that's kind of the key that I kind of want to ask to all of you, especially maybe, there are several reports about NDC situation in your country. Maybe take a look, maybe see, because the fact as well that you're here, that your activism sometimes takes, bridging people, sending an email, knocking a door, UNDP is also a great partner. And they have amazing projects regarding NDCs. So perhaps, being that bridge and that point of contact is fundamental in order to catalyze that action, because honestly, we got a year. And hopefully in COP30, we say probably those NDCs are going to be kind of the most ambitious, because it's been proved that when NDCs are including youth and women, they are really ambitious. And nowadays, I think there is a report that says around 4 to 5% of the NDCs before submitted were really engaging meaningful youth. 4%. I don't want to be negative. We were talking in this room. We don't want to be negative, but it's like perhaps just take this as a challenge, but also as an opportunity on perhaps we have this year and where you can focus as well your action. But there is also something that we have been talking throughout the day yesterday, intergenerational cooperation. That's very important as well, because we can create the will at the moment, but we can have a momentum. We can put all the parts together. And there is other word and concept as well, which is intragenerational cooperation, which is cooperation youth for youth. I think this is what we have to do, especially in this moment. Climate action doesn't mean competition. That doesn't mean my organization, goes further and you just, like gather, join forces. And again, let's build this momentum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce. I think all those who did respond, I am not sure, maybe your homework is to go find out what your country is doing regarding youth engagement itself in your country. And I also want to just add on in terms of this amazing example I'm always inspired by the youth in Nepal, because when Nepal was trying to come up with their previous NDC submissions, the government did not want to engage with youth and formally engage in whatever matter. But what the youth in Nepal did is they all came together and said, if the government is not going to hold a consultation, we will do it ourselves. So they held consultations across the country and then came up with the report and said, you didn't want to engage with us, but here's a report. This is what youth want in the NDCs. So it's just a matter of taking action, and there are so many ways that you can engage, and it is extremely, extremely important to go back and look at what your country is doing and committing in terms of NDCs itself. But I'm really grateful to Nasreen and Joyce for sharing their thoughts. And we're going to start out with like a quick discussion across the room. And because we're all young people, most of us are young people here. I don't want to generalize, but I'm sure everybody is young at heart. And so we want to, we'll have a few questions on the mentee, but we want the people in the audience also, we'll give you 1 minute, because we also start late, I'm so sorry. But 1 minute to share your thoughts about those questions that are being asked. We'll also get a general sense through the answers on the mentee, but 1 or 2 people from the audience, and occasionally we'll go back to our speakers to share their thoughts as well. Are we good? Yeah? Are we doing okay? Can I have a louder yeah?
P.S. Age is just a number. You can all be youth, don't worry.
Yes. All right. So in your opinion, what should be the top priority for youth at COP29? Okay. Everybody thinking? Youth engagement, finance. You all do know this COP is called the Finance COP because the new collective quantified goal decision is being made. Loss and damage, fixing rules for future, community empowerment, peace and security, adaptation, equality, real government engagement. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to share their thoughts? Do we have a mic? Okay. Who here? I'll get you the mic next. We had somebody here. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I think a top priority will be ensuring that we are raising our voice or our community's voice, but we also must consider that we have the responsibility to raising the others, the voiceless that are around us, let's say nature, let's say other communities that are not being able to be present here and talking about, and we know about them because we know our communities, we have been living years there, and we know what their struggles they are facing. So I think that's the top priority. Otherwise, we're just repeating what has been done years ago, and we know that it should change.
Thank you so much. We have one more person. Okay, sorry. This is weird.
You want to go first?
I think one of the top priorities, sorry, David Henry from St. Lucia. I think one of the top priorities should be sponsorship and accreditation for youth in the country. Many young people have found ways to go to COP. They have approached the government. I mean, the government doesn't accredit the work they're doing. Government doesn't provide support for them. But then they get to COP and they see the prime minister is like, oh, you're here, you know, come and join us, you know. So I think that's one of the top things they really need to consider.
Well, adding to that, I think before thinking about the top priority, we should also think about the language of discussing this priority, because we feel kind of like we repeat ourselves in every COP, and we're talking about peace or finance or education. Either there's a limit access to the dialogue or the discussions, or there's just literally the same language that we repeat it every year. And so adding to the having youth have a full access to the information and a full access to the discussion and the conversations, as well as a full access to fund these youth actors into the COP, because by the end of the day, they're ambassadors, they're speaking of the hearts of their communities, of their countries, and so they carry their wellness for change, and we have to allow them speak up and be in the heart of the process.
Thank you so much. We'll take one last comment.
Hi, everyone. I will be a bit skeptical here. I know, yeah, COPs happen every year. Everybody always looks forward to COP. But we really should ask ourselves, there is a whole year. There is so much that needs to be done. Why do we always wait and say, okay, it's COP. What are we looking forward to at COP? It shouldn't be the case. So there are youths just like you are, as we all are, doing work at the grassroots level every single day of the year. Where's the support and engagement with the parties in their countries? The demands, like youths are bringing solutions to the table that are critical to addressing the effects of climate change in the local context. These are not taken into account. And just like our colleague just rightly said, oh, they see you at COP, oh, you're here, come and join us. But that is not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to engage you, involve you at the local level. So what we are calling for is not just, okay, come and speak at the session. We're going to talk about finance. It's all about speaking, but that's not what we want. We really want action, implementation. So let us support and co-create to make sure that we take this forward.
Thank you so much, everyone, for their thoughts. We also have another question for you all. How well do you think international institutions support youth-led climate initiatives? Sorry. Okay. Do we have anybody who wants to reflect on this? Yes, please. Okay.
Again, it's more about the way of measuring the impact of supporting youth in different places in the world, and that means we should also see it from the other angle, which means are these youth submitting or accessing these opportunities the right way? Are they really providing the very real data? Are they providing the top priorities? Are they providing the top challenges of their countries and their communities? So we also have to make sure to to measure the impact from different angles in order to come out to results.
Measuring impact. That's an amazing takeaway. Anybody else? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm coming.
Thank you. Actually, money always a problem, to be honest, but to reach out to the money, it's a huger problem than the reach to the money itself. Many of the youth-led initiatives and local contests, they lack to the skills to apply for the funds that are provided by international organizations or any programs in general. They have the ideas, they have been working on the ground, but either the language barrier or either the technical modality of business plans and extra things that they have not been prepared for. So basically, even from the local communities, people who are getting the fund are not those who are the most vulnerable. The most, and when we speak about the most vulnerable, that those, for example, in refugee camps, that they do not even have access to normal education. How they can apply for getting a fund and the problem that become the money. Now, firstly, I think we need fund technical readiness support. Then we speak about money.
Do we have one last sharing? Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Matthias Charles Yabi. I'm from Ghana. So for me, I think it's always shouldn't be about money. And because even when you look at the question, how do you think international institutions support youth-led climate initiatives? Sometimes as young people, we always want to get money before we start. But sometimes we have our ideas, but haven't even developed a proposal. We've not even thought of community needs assessment. And then we start going to funders to give us money. The first thing they ask you is, they want numbers. They want you to show something before that funder or investor will want to sort of support you. So I think one thing we always try to look away from is the fact that we don't go prepared when we are going to raise funds to support our climate initiatives. And I think international organizations are really supporting to some extent. For me, when I started my initiative, I benefited from some global acceleration programs that necessarily didn't give us money, but then it gave us credibility to be able to raise additional funding. So when we started, we did a program with the World Economic Forum. They have this innovation platform called Uplink. They didn't really give us money, but after we went through that acceleration program for 3 months, we were able to access additional funding, and World Economic Forum published our work across their over 8 million channels globally, which was really a game changer for us. And now we are working on a new project funded by the EU to scale to Uganda. So I think we need to also consider how prepared we are in terms of getting the numbers right, getting the data in the local context, and then present it. And I'm sure once we have that data, people will be willing to support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think what we are also seeing is it's not just about money, it's also about getting the right kind of mentorship and guidance and skill building as well. I know Youth4Climate is also doing an amazing job with their mentorship program for the Wadis. So kudos to Youth4Climate for doing that and recognizing all of this need. All right, we have one question. You all have your own projects, but it takes a while for you to scale it up and go international or even national itself, right? All these projects are mostly very local. So what do you think are the barriers that you face when it comes to scaling your projects up? You have something? Yes.
So I think this is a very multilateral question because this depends a lot on where you're implementing or what you're implementing. But I think overall, a big challenge we all face as innovators and as activists is that sometimes we get the funding, but we do not get the adequate training on how to use the funding, which just leads to funding malfunction, and that's just a huge impact on the impact we're making. So I think when we get the funding, they should also be aligned with the adequate mentorship in order to be able to see that it is just being greatly used in the power of our communities.
Thank you so much. Do we have anybody else? Okay. I'll just give it to them then. Okay. I'll come.
I think lack of policy support, because like for my case, like I was shortlisted for some funding, but we wanted to access schools. Then we went to the Ministry of Education, and as for yet, we haven't received a response for a letter that was submitted 3 months ago. So I think there need to be policies that support these local-led initiatives.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a little comment talking about scaling up. I think we also need to think the other side. So like, do we need the scale up first? And if we scale up, will we take into account really the local needs, and we will really address the problem for which we started our climate solution? So it's just another way of thinking.
Okay. Good morning. So I am Joseph Toure from Sierra Leone. So for me, I want to make a comment, but I think it's outside of these options. So I think one of the biggest challenge is fear, because sometimes you want to expand your project in another country, but you start thinking that whether I will succeed in implementing this project or not. So that's where I think capacity building comes in, because I feel like that will help to build confidence in us. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your thoughts. Also, we're coming to the close, but I just want to check with you all on what is the one word that describes your feeling towards climate action today? More of a reflective question. Hopeful. Good that we're on a positive start. Enthusiasm. Stressful. Challenge. Frustrated. Inaction. Urgency. Possibilities. Scared. Old mentality. Oh, we have a pour there. All right, this is like a very diverse set of emotions, but it is also the reality we are facing today. But I hope we can continue focusing on the positives. And, obviously the first word that came up, remain hopeful, because it is us, if not us, then who? If not now, then when, right? So with that, one last question, but this is just to like ease ourselves out to the coffee break. Now, if your climate journey was a theme park ride, which one is it? Oh, I see a lot of roller coasters. Yeah, people are choosing the parachute above the roller coaster now. Okay, many, many roller coasters. Oh, all those below, I think I'm very happy for you guys. It's a privilege to be not on the roller coaster. But this is great. I just yes, I hope this session was this was more of a reflective session. And, because you're all experts, nobody needs to teach you more about youth engagement. The goal of the mentee and the conversation with them is just to reflect the current scenario and, take back with us on like, how do we do better from our reflections itself and look for a way forward. And I hope to hope that you all like had some takeaways from the conversations, be it the audience or the experts here. And that's it from our end. And I hope your climate journeys are less of a roller coaster from here on. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good day.
Just to say very warm thanks to Hemavati, Joyce, and Nisreen, and Pro-Rector Baralis for joining us for this opening session of day 2 of this event co-hosted by the Politecnico di Torino, UNDP, and the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security. We'll be breaking now for coffee, as Hemavati mentioned, until 11:15. The coffee will be served on the mezzanine floor just up the stairs. When you come back, we'll have a speech in Italian by the Undersecretary of State, Mr. Claudio Barbaro. So if you need interpretation, please pick up a headset on your way back. We will be having our Youth4Climate Award ceremony after the coffee break. So in case we have any audience members here who didn't join us yesterday, Youth4Climate is an initiative co-led by the United Nations Development Programme and the Italian Ministry of Environment that funds youth-led climate action around the world. So the youth in the room today have been awarded funding from us either last year or they're about to be awarded right now. So don't miss this exciting moment where they'll be formally announced. We'll be formally announcing this year's awards. So see you shortly. Enjoy the coffee break. Thank you.
Ready. Try to catch the door.
Pero es un discurso del ministro del secretario. ¿Mate no tomás? ¿Mate tomás? No.
Hi, how are you? No, we're not going. I'm not. This? Yeah.
Thank you.
Email. Yes.
Clara Pablo.
Abajo.
Clara Pablo.
Clara. Wake up.
David. David, no. David, it's okay.
Van a publicar. No importa 30.000, tanto ce ne Eseguiti di partita automatica per la impostazione. Questa quindi la chiediamo adesso. Tu rimani perché devo registrare. C'è un luce, un segnale con la barra alta, che hai visto prima, oppure c'è.
Quindi faremo questo,
Sì.
poi lo apriamo,
Sì.
basta.
Dai il doppio clic sul tuo video, parte direttamente in canale. Sì. E poi stai chiudendo il video in caso che e ti va a dire adesso cosa per voi.
This one is kind of useless. I don't know, this like this, and it just yeah, but it yeah.
No need to go fast here.
I don't still have I'm on time. I was so happy. Whether it's you have everything.
Finish the whole thing by 1, so you have plenty of time.
I think the movement around in the thing will take time, yeah. I'm just glad we could finish the preview.
So for this, I can help you. But essentially to get the video started, we just click and then you go full screen on the slides and that's it. You need to use the bathroom or anything. I do. Thanks for doing this for us. Yeah.
I was thinking about at the start I was really lost and I know I was supposed to do the recap and I did not do that. And that's so bad. But I'm just people engaged in going to eat.
At the very end, we go to lunch. And from there, we'll get instructions on how the afternoon will be. Tell them.
The first one. But nothing.
Sì, gli danno doppio clic qua. Hai già impostato da quella
Devo dire, a me a volte non si va di là.
No, no, l'ho già provato una volta.
Cliccano 2 volte e va di là.
Voglio l'utilizzo da fuori. C'è la finestra lì.
Hi everyone. Hi. Hello.
I'm not sure about all of them.
Hardly, no, actually.
Yeah, please, please. But go by elevator.
So I'm going to speak a little bit in Italian because I have a very technical organizational issues for the member of the University for Sustainable Development. Apologize, but we are going to start very soon. Just waiting the car that is coming with our host deputy minister. Allora, per i membri RUS, ci troveremmo prima di pranzo, subito dopo la foto, giusto per un briefing, perché poi ci sarà social event e non riusciamo poi più a parlarci. Grazie mille e saremo di nuovo qua, ci troviamo qua, quindi diciamo l'1:15. Grazie.
Are we online? We're online. Welcome back, everyone. I hope the coffee's energized you. All right. Also welcoming you all for the Youth4Climate Award ceremony happening right now. And also, do we have participants online? Okay, welcoming the participants who have joined online as well. It is now my pleasure to introduce Senator Claudia Barbero, Undersecretary of State, Ministry of Environment, Energy and Security. The floor is yours, sir, for the welcome remarks. And for those who need interpretation, I'm sure you all have your mics. If you don't have it, please go pick it up. Oh. Thank you.
Grazie, grazie per il benvenuto, ben trovati. Ho avuto modo di conoscere qualcuno di voi in precedenti trasferte sia in Kenya che recentemente negli Stati Uniti. Quindi per me è anche motivo di personale soddisfazione essere qui oggi con voi per celebrare insieme il compimento di un percorso che ha portato ai riconoscimenti che oggi andremo a consegnare. Siamo quindi arrivati alla conclusione di un evento straordinario che rafforza e rinnova l'impegno dell'Italia nel sostenere i giovani nell'affrontare un mondo che cambia. Youth4Climate ha preso vita 4 anni fa con il valoroso obiettivo di guidare l'ambizione credendo nel potenziale dei giovani come attori chiave della sfida climatica globale. I risultati sono visibili, stiamo riuscendo a fare la differenza. Quando abbiamo lanciato Youth4Climate nel 2021 a Milano, i giovani hanno elaborato un piano ambizioso per l'azione climatica. Successivamente gli eventi di New York e Roma sono stati cruciali per trasformare le idee in progetti concreti, dimostrando che anche in tempi complessi scommettere sulle nuove generazioni è una scelta vincente. Oggi siamo qui testimoni del cammino che stiamo costruendo tutti quanti insieme. L'obiettivo è ampliare le opportunità di partecipazione e creare sinergie sempre maggiori tra giovani, le istituzioni internazionali e il settore privato. A settembre il nostro viaggio è ripartito da Rio de Janeiro con il World Planet Forum, dove abbiamo celebrato la sostenibilità nei consumi e nella produzione premiando 10 progetti presentati dai giovani di Youth4Climate. Oggi siamo a Torino per un'importante tappa che raccoglie l'eredità del G7 a presidenza italiana e mette in luce i progressi raggiunti in tema di sostenibilità, clima e energia, grazie all'impegno di molti giovani, tra cui la Young Ambassador Society. Siamo qui anche per condividere i primi risultati dei progetti premiati lo scorso anno e per ascoltare voi giovani con le vostre idee e le vostre proposte. Come ci ha raccontato Emalati, sono stati giorni intensi e ricchi di emozioni in cui voi giovani siete stati protagonisti assoluti. Un ringraziamento particolare va alle aziende che hanno raccolto questa sfida con entusiasmo e che hanno dato un contributo decisivo al successo dell'iniziativa. Stiamo lavorando per costruire un ecosistema virtuoso in cui le idee dei giovani prendono corpo e si concretizzano in progetti reali, un risultato che ci riempie di orgoglio e soddisfazione. Oggi non ci lasciamo con semplici promesse, ma con impegni concreti. Oggi premiamo qui 30 dei 50 progetti vincitori di quest'anno che riceveranno un contributo finanziario aumentato rispetto a quello dell'anno scorso, a dimostrazione dell'impatto significativo che questi progetti hanno avuto. I progetti selezionati operano nelle aree dell'educazione climatica e ambientale, dell'energia sostenibile e dell'alimentazione e agricoltura. Vi incoraggio a fare tesoro di scusate un secondo. Vi incoraggio a fare tesoro delle crescite personali e delle esperienze maturate durante questo percorso, grazie al programma di mentorship e capacity building di Youth4Climate, che si avvale della collaborazione di volontari di spicco provenienti da tutto il mondo. Il futuro dell'iniziativa si preannuncia pieno di opportunità. Saremo presenti alla COP29 a Baku insieme alla Youth Champion Leila Asanova per dare ancora più forza alle vostre soluzioni. Proseguiremo poi a Riyadh per la COP16 sulla desertificazione per mettere in evidenza i progetti legati alla tutela e gestione del suolo. Permettetemi di concludere con un ringraziamento sincero a tutti coloro che hanno reso possibile questo straordinario evento, all'UNDP, al Politecnico di Torino, alla rete delle università sostenibili e soprattutto ringrazio tutti i giovani che con il loro impegno e passione ci sostengono. Fatevi sentire, siate protagonisti ed aiutateci ad essere migliori. Infine, un ringraziamento speciale va alla squadra del Ministero dell'Ambiente e della Sicurezza Energetica che con dedizione e passione accompagna questa iniziativa sin dal principio. Grazie a tutti e buon proseguimento.
Thank you so much, Senator, for your inspiring words. And it is indeed, you know, a right choice to be betting on the younger generations itself. All right, so now we have something special for you all. And this is just so that we give you all a sense of, you know, all the projects, amazing projects that have been awarded this year. We have a video that will be played. So yeah, here we go.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Hi. Hello and salut Jatter.
Bonjour. Hi.
Hi.
Je suis pilote volant de Madagascar.
Mi nombre es María José. Soy originaria de México y tengo 19 años.
Mi nombre es Julián Tobal. Soy de la Red Universitaria por la Crisis Climática acá en Argentina.
I'm Muhammad Al-Aslan from Pakistan.
I'm Harley from the Philippines.
And I'm Faith from Singapore.
Santiago Mesequiana, I am 18 years old and I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
I am Diana and I'm an indigenous woman from Oruro, Bolivia.
I'm Elvis Thomas. I am from Liberia.
Soy Ángela Herrera, soy de Colombia y junto con mi proyecto Manifiesta somos una de las nominadas al programa Youth4Climate.
The biggest problem in Congo is the lack of electricity.
We aim to restore our sacred Uru Lake, which has been affected by mining activities, plastic pollution, and the effects of climate change.
We aim to solve the issue of inefficiency in poultry farming in Nigeria.
43% of the population does not have access to clean water.
We aim to solve the issue of land degradation, climate change, biodiversity loss, and food insecurity.
We aim to solve the problem of climate degradation caused by diesel-powered tube well in 2 villages of district Faisalabad, Punjab, Pakistan.
We aim to solve the issue of unsustainable use of natural resources and socioeconomic conditions of women in rural areas of Tajikistan.
With this group, I developed a range of non-toxic natural dyes using botanical materials such as the bark and seeds of indigenous trees.
Nuestro proyecto Tejer Paz con la Naturaleza genera empleos a excombatientes y a víctimas de las FARC para cerrar los ciclos de violencia, mientras al tiempo restaura ecológicamente una de las áreas más deforestadas en Colombia.
We are implementing native aquatic plants called totora, which are absorbing the heavy minerals that are polluting the waters of the Oruro Lake.
En Blue Cali nos encargamos de hacer tecnología para limpiar ríos y lagos en México.
Aim to solve the issue of water mismanagement in Beni by creating an indigenous artificial pond from northwestern India.
We're addressing energy access in Flores Island, Indonesia, by introducing solar water pumps, biodigester, and river power water pumps, as well as drone sprayer.
We aim to involve both local and academical knowledge to create the collective capacity needed to mitigate the impacts of climate change in La Honda neighborhood.
We aim to solve the issue of climate change in Sierra Leone by collecting and transforming plastic waste into eco-friendly construction materials.
We aim to empower millions of women and girls while simultaneously reducing plastic pollution and contributing to a sustainable future.
I was inspired to act when I saw how climate change disproportionately impacts women and children in Pakistan, often reducing them to water laborers with their well-being and dignity disregarded. and how funds and aid was mismanaged during these crises.
We were inspired to begin this project after witnessing the massive impacts of climate change. My inspiration stems from the belief that anything introduced from land into the ocean is alien, akin to taking a fish out of water.
We are motivated by the rise in extreme weather and natural disasters, especially in the Asia-Pacific region, which are driven by climate change events.
What inspired me to get involved is our belief that there is no environmental justice without social justice.
Unimos esfuerzos,
Build more connection to build a sustainable future.
for a seed of hope and change.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was absolutely incredible. Now I would like to invite Agostino, the UNDP Rome Center coordinator, to join Senator on stage. And the award time now. So for now, we'll be inviting our 2023 awardees to be presenting the awards. It's like they're going to be passing the baton to the 2024 awardees. It is my pleasure to be inviting Clara Molteni to be presenting the awards for the climate literacy.
Hey guys, are you nervous? Shake it a little bit, shake it. Okay, so I'm very honored to be here today presenting the awards. I want to say a few words before announcing the winners. It's an honor to have met every one of your projects. It was very inspiring, and I think having this learning opportunity between young people really enriches our projects. So I'm more than welcome to contact me or contact each other to keep up with this engagement that we have today. And especially I'm announcing the Literacy Award. So I want to say a little bit about education, because I feel like education is the tool and the foundation for every action that we do. We need the knowledge, we need to understand our issues before taking action. So I think education is very, very much important to do what we're doing. So I want to give a high applause to everyone, especially the Education Award for everyone. Okay, so now is the time. I'm going to announce the first awardee. 10. Okay, so the first award goes to Asociación Civil Ciencia y Tecnología para el Desarrollo. Big applause, everyone. Yeah. Woo! Okay, so number 2, Asociación Cultural Tamani. Big applause, everyone. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Okay, next one. Corporación Somos por Naturaleza. Woo! Yeah. More applause, more applause. Come on, guys. Keep it up. Okay, now. Persatuan Bersatu Untuk Bumi. Congratulations, yes. Congrats, everyone, yeah. Big round of applause. Yeah, woo! Vamos. Okay, so now we have Route 360 Solutions Initiative. Come to stage, please. Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. Tayaba Welfare International Association. Big applause. Congratulations. Now, dun, 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 dun. Central AI Inc. Congratulations. Bravo. Vamos. Okay, last but not least in the climate literacy, Zambezi Arc Technologies. Congratulations. So now all the literacy awardees can take please a photo, everyone, with me included. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Clara. Please join the Senator and Augustina. Yeah. We have the 2024 Youth4Climate Climate Literacy awardees. Thank you, guys. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Clara. Now I'd like to invite Pablo Ramelli on stage who will read the names of the Sustainable Energy awardees. Over to you, Pablo.
Thank you. Hello, guys. I am truly flattered to be here in two ways. One is being an awardee myself and having the chance to come back and share with you our experience in order to help you make better projects. And secondly, because I am truly amazed by the projects that I have seen this year. It's incredible to see the changes that you're making happen within your own communities, within your own countries. You are all extremely talented and very brave, and I really want to encourage you to keep on working. And to the awardees in the energy field, which we share, I want to give you like a special message of support to keep on working. I know sometimes it's tough, but today you're getting a very well-deserved award, and I believe that just like this one, other mores will come along. So keep on doing it, guys, because you're doing the right thing, definitely. So our first awardee for today in the energy is Asociación Jóvenes por el Clima. You can start here, right? And the clicker, what happens? Where did the clicker go? The clicker. Okay. Benedict Owanga, who is not here with us today. Community Action for Advancing Sustainable Development. Sulu Linkungan Consultant. Ecological Youth Public Organization Little Earth, who is also not present with us today. Emergi Liberia. Elvis. Payon Green Ventures. Muhammad Dawood Arslan. Sonko Jamal. I always have to give him a Sisi Masendu. Come on for a group picture, guys.
We have the 2024 Sustainable Energy Awardees. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Pablo, for presenting the awards. Now we have Spacey Nakate to be presenting the awards for nature. Over to you, Spacey.
The individuals we're celebrating today have made a remarkable contribution towards safeguarding nature. They not only protect nature for us, but for future generations. Dear Youth4Climate 2024 awardees, this is the beginning of a new journey for you. Remember, it starts with one act, one vision, and one person. I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations to you, and wish you the best as you take bold steps to protecting our environment. Thank you so much. We'll start with Asociación Comunitario Pupu Ururu team from Zimbabwe. From Bolivia, sorry. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Our next awardee, Beatrice Mwanjala from Kenya. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. He's not with us today. Lamba Filansoa. Congratulations from Madagascar. It's a beautiful day. He is not present, but he hopes that we'll see him streaming in the live. Our next awardee, Manifiesta FCC SAS. Congratulations. Colombia. Congratulations, Colombia, Colombia. Our next awardee, Maria Jose Hernando Serrano. Congratulations, Mexico. Good job. Our next awardee, Marine Conservation. Congratulations to you. Good job, Pakistan. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Well, Swati Diman. Congratulations, Benin. Please, let's have a group photo. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sorry.
Power to the women.
Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you, Spacey. And last, we have one last thematic. I'd like to invite Rashid to be announcing the awardees for food and agriculture.
There, Mr. Undersecretary of State, Mr. Barbara, Senator Mr. Barbara, and our big boss from UNDP, Agostino, our friends from the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security, and our friends from UNDP as well. I'm honored to announce the awardees of food and agriculture. But before that, I would like to say a short story that just happened this year. One of the clients from the United States, she donated a tree for a woman in Morocco because she traveled to Morocco and she wants to carbon her offset. And she offset her carbon. And I met this person in the US and I said, do you know how your trees are doing that you planted with this woman in Morocco? She goes like, yeah, how are they doing? And I was like, before that, when was the last time did you think about these trees? And she goes, I just can't remember. And I go, imagine this woman in Morocco, she thinks about these trees every day. And it's just like that what UNDP and the Italian government are doing with young leaders around the world. You're planting the seeds in these youth people, future leaders every day. And the branches of these trees goes along in other countries. Thank you so much again for that. And I will call on the Food and Agriculture awardees. The first one will be Abdul Fateh Olatunji Yakub from Nigeria. Congratulations. Second one, Fresh from Ghana. Woo! Third one, Nasser Ltd, who is not here, but we love you. Congrats. Next one will be Josephine Katumba. South Africa. Woo! Next will be Lorenzo Hernandez. Woo! Congratulations, my friend. Colombia. Let's take a group picture. Congratulations once again and good luck. You're winners every day.
Congratulations. The rest of the food and agriculture awardees will also be receiving their awards at the COP in Riyadh very, very soon. All right. Thank you so much, Senator and Augustino, for joining us. And congratulations again to all the awardees. Okay, now I'd like to invite Miss Valentina Duguera, who's from the Italian Buddhist Institute, to give some remarks. The Italian Buddhist Institute is one of the Youth for Climate initiative donors funding the award for this project called For Solutions.
Good morning, brilliant minds. I'm so honored to be here with you, all of you. Thank you. I would like to thank you and extend a warm greeting on behalf of the Italian Buddhist Institute, Soka Gakkai. Our organization, with nearly 100,000 members in Italy, is part of Soka Gakkai International, a non-governmental organization recognized by the United Nations and rooted in the principles of Buddhism. For over 50 years, our president has been Daisaku Ikeda, a philosopher and peace builder who recently passed away. Since 2016, the year we reached an official agreement with the Italian state, we have chosen to allocate the 84,000 funds exclusively to social and humanitarian projects. This decision reflects the trust that Italian citizens have placed in us and our commitment to repay it in a tangible and meaningful way. Why do we support these projects? Because it perfectly embodies the values we promote. I would like to highlight two in particular. First, the respect for the dignity of life, which recognizes that no life has more value than another. And that peace is achieved by creating a world where everyone, especially young people as you, has equal opportunities to express themselves and their individuality. The second point is the concept of interdependence or interconnectedness, which asserts that it is impossible to build one's happiness at the expense of others. Since its founding in 1930s in Japan, Soka Gakkai, thanks to the vision of its first two presidents, who were also educators, has placed education and youth at the center of its peace initiatives. We are therefore very happy about this partnership with UNDP, which we thank again and bringing this important initiative to life. Today, in such a crucial and complex era, we believe that investing in the empowerment of young people means not only investing in the future, but also ensuring that climate justice becomes a concrete reality. Despite the dramatic global situation we are experiencing, many young people are rejecting the sense of helplessness that pervades our society and are demonstrating through their actions that every action can influence the course of events. So we hope it is now clear to everyone that climate justice cannot be achieved without the involvement of young people. Investing in young people means providing them with the necessary tools to grow, improve, and fully harness their potential. So it means building a different future. As the Italian Soka Gakkai, we will continue to do our part, collaborating with the UNDP and Italian institutions to build a society where no one is left behind. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Valentina, for those very thoughtful remarks. And now we have a very special announcement by Ms. Francesca from the Mediterranean Agronomic Institute. Over to you, Francesca.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting us in this amazing event. And I'm very grateful to join and to be inspired from this vibrant community. Congratulations from my side. I work at Siambari, which is an intergovernmental organization working on food through education, research, and international cooperation projects in Mediterranean and African countries. Today, I'm here to award a full scholarship to attend our Master in Open Innovation and Youth Entrepreneurship in agro-food sector in the Mediterranean. Our Master is at its 5th edition. It's a university master, and it builds on open innovation, design thinking, and lean startup approaches with the aim of growth, the potential of youth to mature and scale up their entrepreneurial initiative. Our scholarship it's an honor for me to assign the scholarship to Mr. Enoka Odongo from Kenya. Many congratulations. Congratulations. We are very proud to assign this scholarship to Enoka, who unfortunately is not here, but we received the award in presence at COP16 in Riyadh, the COP for desertification. So congratulations, Enoka. And yeah, the motivation to award the scholarship to Enoka is for its effort to develop community-based initiatives for agricultural sustainability, delivering youth employment and social benefit to its local community. And I'm very proud, we are very proud to host him in Bari, southern Italy, in our premises, and to grow his potential and grow our capacities also to to be at your side for a common sustainable future. So congratulations again, Enoka. Looking forward to hosting you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Francesca. It's not just about investing in youth projects, but also into their education, which is absolutely beautiful. Now we'll move on to the concluding part of the event and our ceremonies. Can I please invite Patricia Lombardi, who's the president of RUS, Vice Rector of Sustainability and Living Lab. And then again, Agostino, who is the UNDP Rome Center for Climate and Energy coordinator. The floor is yours for the
Shall I
closing.
start?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. It's been really an amazing event. So wonderful to have you here, to have the opportunity to listen from you and to have this very incredible, sparkling atmosphere, but also very committed atmosphere. As a president of the Italian Network of Universities for Sustainable Development, and not only as vice rector of this university that is hosting the event, I think our goal was completely met. I mean, we had the objective to have youth voice and youth voices from all around the world. So I have just to say thanks to UNDP, to the Ministry of Environment and the Energy, to all our incredible, wonderful partners of these initiatives, because we had the opportunity to listen and to understand the commitment that youth has in this field. So really, thank you very much. I also have the opportunity here to listen to other institutions that are committed in this field. I didn't mention that we have also here attending the European University Alliance, which is a part of our university commitment in the field of giving voices and skills and education, which is the key word that I heard most of the time. As universities, we have this important responsibility. And therefore, thanks to the Education Alliance and networks, we even have more power to support the future that is in your hand, in your mind, in your heart, in all the local contexts that are here represented. Is really a very, very great pleasure. It has been wonderful. I would like that every day of the year you are here, or I can be there in a way, because your voices, your commitment this morning, inspiring talks, really made me more, give me more hope in a way, and give me more strength to do my job, that is the educator most of the time. And also, I'm also mother, and also the belief that thanks to the youth and in our university network of University for Sustainable Development, we celebrate today in this event the voices of our students. Elena is coordinating this wonderful working group that yesterday we had the opportunity in our parallel session to hear about, and that later on they will talk again. Really, the idea that our network of university that has been built in order to reinforce the capacity of our institution to tackle the sustainability issues. Well, thanks to student youth, our target stakeholder in our university, we can probably make this happen, because universities are also connected with all the other universities in the world, with all our other context for alliance, for making, supporting and exchange programs. Thanks to this, we built the appropriate culture that can, at one point, meet our target, that is to achieve sustainable development, which is our vision and our future. That is my hope, and really, again, probably I've missed many other issues, but thanks for that. And again, thanks to all the wonderful organizers that are the ladies that has been part of this journey. Thank you. Thank all of you. Roxani, Roberta, Emanuela, Paola, Giulia, Valentina, and all of them. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Patrizia. And it's really, just a few words on my side, because I can't match the level of enthusiasm. So first of all, thank you and to Politecnico di Torino for, giving a home to UNDP and to the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security this year to realize, once again, I think what was really an incredible moment, which crowns a year of activity, right? So this year, the approach has been to distribute the award ceremonies across the world in very different settings, important settings. But one of these moments, we wanted very consciously with the ministry to bring back to Torino. And why Torino? Maybe this is the one thing that could be interesting to say very quickly. And the reason why I have this wonderful tie with the olive tree is that Torino, of course, was the home of the summit of Venaria on climate, energy, and environment this year, when the Italian government brought the G7 to this city. And why is this relevant? Well, first, because that's when, with Patrizia, we started thinking about why don't we do the Youth4Climate event in Torino? But really is because this is what I keep going back to all the time when people ask me, what do you think is meaningful results, impact for young people, and not just for young people around the world? I think that what is meaningful is when the things that we write on policy communiques, declarations of intent, and the Undersecretary Barbaro travels the world also to do that, right? To contribute to this policy drive and, the ambition in policy to protect the environment, counter climate change, and drive the energy transition. But the important thing is when this policy then translates in concrete actions on the ground. So I would like to take this moment just to commend one last time Italy, the government of Italy, which has really created this very positive nexus in linking the policy focus, the policy recommendations into reality on the ground. So for us at UNDP, has been a pleasure to join forces with the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security on Youth4Climate. Why? Because we saw the potential of contributing to go from the words on a communique, the works on a policy document, to action on the ground. And so, from Milano, when the ministry organized the very first pre-COP on youth in 2021, to New York, where we started this partnership between Italy and UNDP on Youth4Climate, to Rome last year, to Torino today, I think the old message is, how do we stay true to what we commit and write to drive impacts? And I think, for me, these 2 days, as usually these days are days where I learn much more than I could contribute, but that's okay. That's why we have these amazing people joining us. And finally, it's, you all go back to your communities as antennas, ambassadors of, this experience. And I would like also to thank those that allow this impact to be even more loudly resonate across the world. And so in this case, all of our fantastic communication experts and networks, but a special mention to Cose Non Cose, which has really been highlighting a lot of these activities today. And very, very final thanks also to the fantastic students of the University of Torino that have been your, Politecnico di Torino, that have been your volunteers, and all of the other students from Rete Università Sostenibilità. Thank you.
Great.
Grazie.
Picture.
Picture.
Okay. Yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I think for joining us for this beautiful moment. And I think we all have a lot of hope, energy, and happiness to take back from this session. Just a couple of announcements. And firstly, soon after, we want you all to join for our another beautiful moment, a photo at the outside atrium. So we'll be taking a photo soon after, and then lunch will be served at 12:45. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today morning. Sir? 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 Yes, we also have another session after lunch, which is the peer-to-peer exchange, and you'll all get information on your WhatsApp groups. Oh, thank you.
Congratulations, really. You're like a professional presenter, officially a professional presenter. Congratulations. Sorry for the energy this morning with the main speaker.
Thank you so much. I know I missed out a bit, but for all your support.
Let's go take a picture.
Yes.
No, same.